All right, so I think this is recording. Let's take a look here. They want us to simplify this product. Um, let's come in first, however, and rewrite each one of these binomials because we know that the square root of -1 is I, and when we see this negative radicand, we know that introduces I into our answer. So we know this is I times the square root of 4, and the square root of 4 is 2, but we normally write it as 2I. And so here, the square root of -9 is 3I. So we are skipping a step. When we have the square root of -4, that is I times the square root of 4, which is I times 2. And like I say, we normally write it as 2I. And when we have the square root of -9, it's the same idea. And we normally write it as 3I. So we're kind of skipping steps, but we've done it so often that we know that those negative radicands introduces I, and especially it's easy to recognize that 4 and 9 are perfect squares. So now once we have it simplified to this, we I would suggest that you multiply binomials using a table. So if I have 5 minus 2I and -8 minus 3I, the positive times the negative is negative, positive times the negative is negative, times the I, negative times the negative is positive, times I, negative times negative is positive, I squared is -1. And what that -1 does is it changes the sign of that 6 to a -6. So now we're ready to add the entries in our table. And most of the time, you'll notice that this diagonal is like terms, and the other diagonal is like terms. So you can combine those like terms, and -40 minus 6 is -46. And 16I take away 15I leaves us with just 1I. And you can write the 1 there if you'd like. So there's our final answer. So hey, I hope that helps, and I will talk to you later. Bye.